everyone. Today I want to talk about whether you need a business license to sell on Etsy. And the short answer is no, but I've written an article about this on the Artisan Shopping blog. I'll put the link in the description. It has a list and clickable links to every state government website where you can go and find out if you need a business license to do business in your state. Because Etsy as a platform does not require you to put a business license in, but you might have to have a business license and collect sales tax and register for all this kind of stuff based on where you live. And a lot of that is done on the county level in the US. In different countries, I don't have that information off the top of my head, but you can look that up, and you need to check before you open a shop and before you sell anything, either online or in person. It doesn't matter. You need to check. In my state, you have to have a business license or a DBA, which means doing business as, in order to sell one thing. It doesn't matter. And you have to be registered for sales tax to collect that if that applies. You need to have a DBA or a business license, and that's just how it is. Other states don't have a statewide business license, but they do require a county business license because it's not just the state, it's the city or the county where you live, and that could be where all of your business licenses are administered. In my state, it is through the county. So I send all of my business license information into my county, and that's who sends me the business license back. But it's required that I register before I sell anything. So if you don't do that, you are opening yourself up to fines and that kind of thing. So you really need to check out the laws where you are. And like I said, if you are not sure about this, you can go to the article that I've linked in the description. There's a checklist for every state, and you can check that link to see what it says for your state. Now, if you're in a different country, this is the same thing. You need to check your country's laws, and then if there are local laws that require business licensing. The other thing you need to think about, and this is something that people don't think about a lot, if you are renting an apartment, you need to check with your landlord to see if you're allowed to run a business from where you live. Because if you're running a business where you live, that impacts their insurance. And they might say, no, you're not. You're not allowed to run a business because that's an insurance thing. And, if you have a business where you have customers coming in especially, that's a liability thing for your landlord. So check your lease, because it could say in your lease that you're not allowed to run a business from your apartment if you're renting. Or the home, if you're renting a home, it's the same thing. Also, if you own your home, but you live in a place that has a homeowners association, you need to check to see if they allow you to run a business. And again, on the county level, can you run a business from your home? Because in my area, just as an example, I can run a business from my home, but in the city about 10 miles away from me, you can't run certain types of businesses from your home, and you have to rent a commercial space to do that. So the laws are different everywhere, and just because Etsy does not require a business license, it doesn't mean that you don't need to be licensed. So make sure that you're checking everything, because you can get in real trouble and end up paying a lot of fines if you're found to have not collected sales tax, or you're selling things without, the proper licensing. It gets pretty expensive, and they are not afraid to fine you. I promise you that, because I have forgotten to pay one $20 tax, and they fined me $200 or something. So it's something that you have to keep on top of. It's something that you need to check out for yourself. Just make sure that you have all of your legal ducks in a row before you start selling anything, or else it could really come back to bite you. And again, just because Etsy doesn't require a business license, it doesn't mean that you don't need one. So leave any questions, and I will talk to you later.